When it does impact people at work, we would then reach out to the business and talk to the business directly.
And work with businesses.
If there are measures that would need to take place in the business.
Some businesses like Cliff House in La Quinta are being transparent with the community. They recently posted on social media one of their employees tested positive, but made it clear they did not come into work sick or were around customers. They add they take extra precautions in their everyday operations, not just to protect the public and staff, but because the owner is immunocompromised. Their customers appreciate their honesty.
It's really cool that the Cliff House did come forward and tell everybody. I think that's commendable, and I'd go back there and support them because of that.
The county says it's okay to let employees and community know about a case as long as they don't disclose personal information or try to contact people who were exposed.
We simply ask that they allow public health to take the lead in doing that disease control testing and to be very careful with patient privacy.
People we spoke with and asked on social media are mixed about the county's policy. But Dr. Abel Rodriguez says if we all stay vigilant and do our part, we will be okay.
You have no idea where it's at, and the best thing to do is just to assume it is everywhere. And that's how we're going to get it under control.
The county says there are exceptions like nursing homes because of the high-risk population. Also, business owners do have to take personal responsibility because the county says if they're deemed a public threat, they will be shut down. Reporting live from La Quinta, Kitty Alvarado, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, thank you, Kitty. 2 stores and a restaurant at Westfield in Palm Desert have tested positive for COVID-19. The businesses include Vans, M. Ruiz Jewelers, and Stuffed Pizza. County health officials require the businesses undergo deep cleaning, but did not force them or the mall itself to close.
Walmart on Monterey Avenue in Palm Desert is now reopened after undergoing a deep cleaning over the weekend. The company issued this statement saying the store closed as part of a company-initiated program, adding everything they're doing is for the well-being of associates and customers. Walmart officials would not give details on whether a COVID-19 outbreak caused this closure. Keep your face mask close by. A state mandate for face masks in public is still in effect, and it is enforceable and carries a misdemeanor charge and possible fine, but exactly who will enforce it is still not clear.
Meanwhile, the CDC researchers are reportedly working on a study to see if masks protect people from contracting COVID instead of just preventing them from spreading it, and the new guidelines should be released soon. Currently, the CDC says people should wear masks when they leave their home. The other recommends people wear a mask if they cannot properly social distance.
The Palm Springs Chamber of Commerce has received a new batch of free masks available for members. Chamber members can request a complimentary pack of 50 disposable masks to be given away to employees or customers. Masks were donated by Riverside County. Masks are required in Palm Springs, of course, across the state too. And in Palm Springs, business owners must post signs about mask requirements on their doors.
Let's take a live look outside now, courtesy of our Agua Caliente Casino cam. Looks a little hazy there off in the distance. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett to find out what all the haziness is about. Michael?
Gino, that's the perfect shot to help set up our weather story as we go into this first full week of summer. We got a ridge of high pressure that's actually to our south. Many times when we're talking about high pressure, especially in the summertime, we're talking about those ones that set up shop over top of the Great Basin. There is one there right now, actually. Remember, flow around a high always goes clockwise. So you can see some of that flow right now moving across Colorado and the Intermountain West down towards Texas. But it's this plume of cloud cover here that I've got my eye on. It's doing a couple things for us. It's keeping our air relatively moist. So despite the fact temperatures booming up into that 110 range this week, we're not going to see that offshore flow that will dry us out as it often does when we're this warm. In fact, we're going to continue to see some of that onshore flow that will keep the coast in June gloom. It's also pulling some smoke up. There's a large fire taking place in mainland Mexico right now. So you're seeing some of that haze over top of the mountains. That's what that's from. Not tracking any major fires in Southern California right now. hopefully that will stay that way. Take a look at neighborhood weather right now. It is warm out there. Average for this time of year is 104. So we got up to 109 today, so we ran about 5 degrees above average. We've got some ventilation coming in from the north. You remember last week it was all easterly flow until about 8, 9, even 10 o'clock at night. We've already got that to switch around today, so it's going to make for a very pleasant evening. And humidity, 11% is dry, but again, normally when we're about this warm, it's going to be about 5% humidity, so we're looking good there as well. Next 3 days brought to you by Comfort Air. We'll see temperatures boom up slightly on Tuesday and then decline as we go into midweek. It warms again on Friday, but I've got some really good news for you for this weekend. I'm tracking a system that could significantly take these numbers down. I'll share all the details coming up.
All right, thank you, Mike. Riverside County health officials will conduct a coronavirus antibody study. 3,500 randomly selected people will be asked to take part in the study, which could determine if they have been exposed to the virus. Now, the study will help determine prevalence of COVID-19 countywide.
The Riverside County Board of Supervisors will reportedly approve next year's budget tomorrow. The $6.46 billion budget would restore some cuts that were planned for public safety agencies. If the board tentatively approves the new budget, a final approval would likely take place in September.
Riverside County libraries are now open for express service. You can reserve books online or by phone and schedule a time to pick them up at the library. The county operates multiple libraries across the Coachella Valley. For more information, you can call or visit the websites right there on your screen.
Riverside courts begin audio live streaming proceedings. The number of people allowed inside the courthouses still remains pretty limited. Only non-confidential business will be streamed. You can find the live streams under the online services tab of the court's website. Well, coming up after the break, a petition has been started to remove a statue outside Palm Springs City Hall. We'll have those details coming up.
And fellow NASCAR drivers stand with Bubba Wallace, literally and figuratively, after a noose was found hanging in his garage. That's later in sports.
According to her daughter, she spends too much time on the internet. According to the census, she just needs a few minutes more. The census is now online. And by answering a few simple questions, you'll help inform where public funding will get distributed for things like Medicare, community centers, public transit, and more. Then you can get back to whatever you were doing in no time at all. Shape your future. Start here. Complete the census at 2020census.gov.
Do you suffer from leg pain? Burning, aching, swelling, or cramping? My mother suffered for years until she discovered VenaSeal, the #1 treatment for varicose veins that takes only 20 minutes, has you back on your feet the same day, and is covered by most insurance. And the doctors at Desert Vein and Vascular Institute are the #1 providers of VenaSeal in the nation. Don't suffer. Call 1-800-VARICOSE for a free vein screening today.
I'm Dr. Laura Wittenauer. At Studio Dentistry, we specialize in creating beautiful smiles and satisfied patients. We take the time to listen to our patients and their goals. We offer cosmetic veneers, all porcelain crowns, and dental implant solutions. Learn more about Studio Dentistry and how we create dazzling smiles and satisfy patients by calling 760-568-9494 for a complimentary consultation, or go to studiodentistry.com.
As we live each day with uncertainty, one thing is certain: you must update your estate plan. At the Desert Law Group, we provide the peace of mind you need to protect you and your family from taxes, probate, and family disharmony. Call 776-9977. Don't wait until it's too late. We're here to help you right now. Call 776-9977.
You want a great-looking car?
We say yes!
You want great reliability?
I was looking for reliability and pricing and got both.
You want great service?
We say yes!
You want a great deal?
We've bought several vehicles here. They've given us amazing deals.
And you want it fast?
We say yes!
And you will too. Take advantage of our special offers. Get a brand new 2020 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid and get 0% APR for 60 months. Say yes to Express and get our best deal ever fast.
A Change.org petition came out today. They want to remove the Frank Bogert statue from in front of City Hall. Bogert was a council member and later served as mayor from 1958 to 1966 and another 6-year term in the 80s. During that time, Section 14, an infamous neighborhood made up almost completely of minorities in the Palm Springs community who frankly could not live anywhere else. Well, they left for work one day and it was bulldozed and set on fire, leaving hundreds of people with no place to live and everything they owned burned to the ground. That was during his tenure as mayor of Palm Springs. That petition now has nearly 600 signatures.
While many businesses are unsure of mask laws, one in Northern California was forced to call police when a family walked in without masks. Charmaine Nero reports.
This is a video taken by Bobby Karn during a trip to this Walmart on Folkerth Road in Turlock Saturday afternoon.
I happened to hear some yelling going on. As I followed a little bit and turned on my video, and I realized that it was a father and 2 kids. He was yelling, he was upset.
Karn says she stayed behind as 3 Turlock police officers escorted this man and 2 children out of the store.
Come to find out, it was because his kids did not have a mask on.
In the video, you can hear Karn talking.
Yeah. Is that what he said?
Before an officer approaches her to explain what happened.
Oh my God.
Let me just explain it. The way it works is any business has the right to refuse service to anyone. Right. So they're implementing the mask and requiring people wear their mask.
Governor Gavin Newsom recently announced Californians are now required to wear a mask indoors and outside when social distancing is not an option. Turlock Police Chief Nino Amfar posted this video online in response to the incident, addressing his officers' response while reassuring the public his department will not issue citations for not wearing a mask.
Nor are we going to respond to businesses simply because someone is not wearing a mask. However, if that business refuses to serve you and asks you to leave, you should leave.
A Walmart spokesperson issued a statement in response to this incident, saying, "Maintaining customer and associate safety remains our top priority. We encourage customers to be especially mindful of one another during the unprecedented time and adhere to recommendations and guidance that we all use face coverings in public places." While Karn says things could have been handled differently by management at the store, she's using this video to inform others.
You wear a mask, which I have mine. And if you don't, then you can't come in, and I get it.
We'll be right back after the break. Mike has a look at our forecast when we come back. Mike.
Hi, Sarah. I literally have a live look for you of what's going on outside, courtesy of our Agua Caliente Casino Camp. We are hot this week, but we can handle it. And wait till you see next weekend. I'll show it to you when we come back.
Having the opportunity to experience the Palm Desert protests from an aerial view was absolutely surreal. Getting to update you from a minute-by-minute, second-by-second basis was very, very essential.
I want to show you a live look from above.
To be able to see that in the helicopter was extremely important for me as a journalist and for me as a person.
NBC Palm Springs, where the reporting is the difference.
Here's what we want everyone to do. Count all the hugs you haven't given, all the hands you haven't held, all the dinners you didn't share with friends, the trips you haven't taken. Keep track of them. Each one means one less person vulnerable, one less person exposed, and one step closer to a healthier community. So for now, keep your distance, but don't lose count. We'll have some catching up to do.
On a cloudy day, you say what can make me feel this way, my girl.
Room for 7 and much, much more. The first ever GLB. Get 0% APR financing up to 36 months on most models and 90-day first payment deferral on any model.
Some companies base their entire business off of high-pressure sales. That way of doing business is long gone. Customers are more educated today, and I feel they value honesty more than a sales pitch. With TMOs, our technicians are not incentivized to sell. They're incentivized to solve a problem. That's why hearing positive reviews and getting emails from customers that they're happy is the entire reason we're doing this. To learn more, call us today.
This is where we live. This is where we work, raise our families, grow our food, build our lives. Lately, our way of life has changed, but one thing has stayed the same. Our community has been there to support us and keep us strong, supporting local businesses, educating ourselves on what's really going on, and lending a helping hand. With the strength of our community, the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber of Commerce is here for you.
This news is brought to you in part by Legal Docs by Me. Low-cost legal document preparation. No lawyers. Save money.
Welcome back. I just love our live cameras. It's really one thing to stand here and try and describe what it's like outside for you. It's another thing to just be able to say, hey, here's what it's like outside. This one courtesy of our friend Walter Clark, 111 in all its glory on this Monday. The river looking fantastic. The sky is clear, but as Gina was mentioning earlier, there is a bit of haze out there. We're tracking a couple things. Let's take a look at why. Putting Futurecast into motion as we go into Tuesday here. The flow is coming from the south. As I was mentioning earlier, many times when we start to warm up like this and we start talking about high pressure, that sends that flow offshore, or we're catching some of that monsoonal flow that's coming up from the Gulf. This is very different. Because of the location of the high, it swings all of that cloud cover across Southern California, so it will keep our air relatively moist. That's some good news for us. It also keeps onshore flow. That cuts down fire potential there as well, and it's going to keep the coast in that June gloom mode, which makes us far superior to them. So if you're looking for a reason to feel kind of smug, there it is. Here's what we're looking at as far as relative humidity and the actual measurements themselves go. Relative humidity and dew point are going to stay mellow this week. As I was mentioning earlier, we see ourselves getting into about the 5% range when things go offshore and get very dry for us. We keep those numbers in the mid 40s as far as the dew point goes, and relative humidity in the 10 to 15% range. We're doing all right. And if that's not enough, there is some moisture that is inland there. We were talking about this all last week. It'll be a little bit further inland on Tuesday there, but there will be some patchy fog. Visibility could be as low as a half mile in the early morning hours. So if you are planning on heading through the Banning Pass on 60 towards Riverside or even towards San Jacinto, Hemet, Paris, Menifee along the 215 corridor, there will be some of that low-lying fog in the early morning hours. Looks like that'll last until about Wednesday as well. Almanac shows us 5 degrees above average today. 109 is where we topped out at Palm Springs International, 10 degrees below the record. No worries there. 3 degrees above average in the overnights. And right now we are way warmer than they are on the coast. Really one of those situations where right along the coast, San Diego and Oceanside, they've been kind of staying overcast most of the day. You got to go a couple miles inland to see some sunshine. Case in point, LA is 72 right now. It's 69 in San Diego. Our hotspot right now is Havasu at 108. Vegas not far behind. They're touching 107 just like we are. Take a look at watches and warnings across the country. Things fairly benign right now. That orange color that you see here and up towards Sacramento is a heat advisory. It's very warm in those places. Here, we're a desert in Southern California, so despite the fact that we're running hot, we have no watches or warnings. 89 in New York tomorrow, 90 in Miami, 110 Phoenix, and some booming temperatures up and down the West Coast. We're going to be fairly boomy ourselves. 106 currently in Coachella, 107 at the airport, 91 in the Yucca Valley, mid-70s in the mountains, and there's that flow from the northwest that'll give us some great ventilation tonight. Slow cooling keeps us in the 80s until about 2 a.m., but we will finally mellow out in the mid-70s Tuesday morning before we go up to 110. But as I mentioned, those dew points will keep us from being way too hot and way too dry. Look for 110 in the northern portion of the valley, 111 down towards the south. Gets even warmer through the rest of the week here. Your Comfort Air 7-day forecast shows that heat peaking on Friday, but I promised you some relief. Look at next Sunday, 102. Next Monday could potentially be double digits.
In tonight's Showbiz Report, the Palm Springs Short Fest announced its winners today, and you can see a full list at their website, psfilmfest.org. Some of the winners are eligible to submit their films to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences for Oscar consideration. Many of the awards came with cash prizes. The films were available to view online this year due to, of course, the coronavirus pandemic. We'll be right back with sports. Stick around.
There are people I meet through my reporting that leave a lasting impact. For me, one of those people is Nina Smith. She set out to make sure that her rallies had a message of peace, love, unity, and justice.
We could use peace to bring everyone together.
She's proof one person can make a difference, and I think with my reporting, I strive to make a difference every day, and she's an inspiration.
NBC Palm Springs, where the reporting is the difference.
Summertime has arrived, and La Quinta Chevrolet is sizzling with huge summer deals. Save big on Silverados on summer sell-down prices while they last. Plus, right now, get more with zero. Drive with zero first month payment, zero security deposit, and zero money down. Like a new Chevy Equinox. Lease for only $279 per month. Start your summer road trip to savings at La Quinta Chevrolet. Visit LaQuintaChevrolet.com today. Find new roads.
Whew, it is pretty hot out there. Let's check in with Paul from Comfort Air to tell us how we can deal with this heat and stay comfortable.
Thanks, Carol. And your 7-day forecast, hot, hot, and hot. So you want to stay cool with the new Lennox XC25. It's quiet, efficient, and affordable. We have the best financing options in the Coachella Valley. You'll never have to worry about your family's comfort again. Back to you, Carol.
Call Comfort Air today and see why they're #1 for a reason.
We know your vehicle may not be top of mind at the moment. At Coachella Valley Buick GMC, we want you to know we are open for business and we're here to help. Visit our showroom, or with our Shop Click Drive program, you're just one click away from purchasing a new GMC vehicle. Take advantage of huge discounts. Visit i10gm.com today, and our easy-to-use tool can help you find the perfect vehicle. Estimate your trade-in value and monthly payments, and apply for credit right from our website. When you're done, your car will be delivered straight to your home.
At MJ Custom Furniture, get your furniture custom made at factory direct prices.
I shopped around at other stores, but I wanted something custom made that fit my style, and I found it at MJ.
I bring my clients to MJ Custom Furniture because they get great furniture at amazing prices.
I had a sofa and chair custom made at MJ, and they're so much more beautiful than ordinary furniture.
Come in to MJ Custom Furniture. Get a designer look that's elegant and really affordable.
Good evening, everyone. Time now for a check on your NBC Palm Springs sports headlines. After a rain out this weekend, the car's running today as we speak at Talladega in Alabama. Though the checkered flag may not be the focus for many after what some have described as a racist attack against the sport's only full-time black driver. Jay Gray has more.
All of NASCAR's drivers have rallied around Bubba Wallace.
Before the green flag at Talladega, an overwhelming show of support just a day after a team member finds a noose in the garage of NASCAR's only full-time black driver, Bubba Wallace, responding online overnight. Today's despicable act of racism and hatred leaves me incredibly saddened and serves as a painful reminder of how much further we have to go as a society and how persistent we must be in the fight against racism. A fight he has led in the sport. 2 weeks ago, pushing NASCAR to ban the Confederate flag at all events, branding his car with a Black Lives Matter logo and wearing an I Can't Breathe t-shirt.
Inclusion is what we were trying to accomplish here. We're trying to unity. Bring everybody together to enjoy a sporting event, cheer on their favorite driver.
Still, the flags were seen outside the track this weekend and overhead.
This is a difficult time for our sport, but we are going to react swiftly.
In a conference call, NASCAR President Steve Phelps says the Department of Justice and FBI have now joined their investigation, and that anyone who played a part in leaving the noose will be banned from the sport for life.
This had to be an inside job because this garage was only open to essential personnel. So somebody associated with NASCAR likely may have been the culprit.
Shifting gears, clearly difficult in NASCAR's race for equality. Jay Gray, NBC News.
That's it for sports. We're back after the break.
I run an athletic program at a youth detention facility.
It's motivating young people to make better choices in life.
Becoming a Titan will show them that anything's possible. I'm living proof that there's a way out.
It's quite emotional. The Titan Games tonight on NBC.
Special guest Eric Stonestreet drops by AGT for a head-turning, high-flying surprise.
My jaw was on this table.
Got Talent, Tuesday on NBC.
Most summer events include a bright, summery sales pitch. So here's ours. Any questions? The Acura Summer of Performance event. Our dealers are ready, and with online options available, you can shop our best offers any way you choose. Don't miss it.
This summer, visit your Acura dealer today for attractive offers on the Acura RDX. Don't miss this event going on now.
Air conditioning gets expensive here in the desert, but by upgrading your equipment with Desert Air today, you can drastically lower your energy bills. New advanced systems are up to 60% more efficient, not to mention quieter and more effective. Take advantage of a special offer from Carrier. Turn to the experts. For a limited time, rebates of up to $1,650 or up to 60 months special financing on a qualifying Carrier home comfort system. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
Kids and plants are a lot alike. They both grow well with regular, scheduled care. For plants, that's giving them the support they need. For kids, that's following their vaccine calendar for the first 2 years. When you get your kids their vaccines on time, you give them the support they need to grow strong and grow well. IEHP, helping you reach your destination health.
We're all doing our part by staying at home. That could mean an increase in energy bills. You can save by using a fan to cool off, unplugging and turning off devices when not in use, or closing your shades during the day. Stay well and keep it golden.
An NBC Palm Springs special report. Coronavirus facts, not fear. Presented by East Valley COVID-19 testing site, serving residents of Eastern Coachella Valley.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for this NBC Palm Springs special report, Coronavirus Facts, Not Fear. We dedicate this half hour each and every day for in-depth interviews with a range of experts and professionals because now more than ever, it's vital that we hear directly from our local leaders to sift through often changing information. So let's begin. Riverside and San Bernardino counties are singled out during Governor Newsom's briefing today. Our county is on a watch list for rising coronavirus numbers. County public health leaders told us last week that outbreaks at places like jails are part of the problem, but state officials offer a different explanation.
Focusing on two new counties on the list, Riverside and San Bernardino, where we have over the past many days been in communication with those county public health leaders and leaders overall to have a conversation not just about the spread in congregate settings like skilled nursing facilities or even jails and prisons, but the fact that we're starting to see additional spread in community settings.
Officials say as hospitalizations rise, there is a risk ICU and ventilator capacity could quickly be taken up. And with Riverside County on that watch list, it didn't seem to stop hundreds, if not thousands of people to head downtown to Palm Springs for Father's Day weekend. Now some locals say the rules need stronger enforcement. Olivia Sandusky has more.
Video captured on Father's Day at NYPD Pizza and Bar shows a close crowd with no face coverings, concerning some visitors in downtown Palm Springs.
People need to understand that this is a process, right? We can't just go from 0 to 60. We need to find that halfway point. I think the majority of people are honoring that, but a few bad apples spoils the bunch.
And now local businesses like Fruit Wonders say more enforcement is needed.
Not a lot of the people here were 6 feet apart. They weren't really taking precautions. Some, were putting on sanitizer, but other than that, it wasn't really a handle on it.
The council placed banners on Palm Canyon to remind shoppers to wear face coverings and says they've added extra personnel on the weekends to address concerns.
We're doing spot checks. When we see areas, we're asking people to comply. And for the most part, they have been, and we're really appreciative of that.
The city also plans to increase enforcement for 4th of July weekend, despite facing budget cuts.
This isn't about a gotcha. This is about changing behavior. This is about asking people to comply, and we really are finding that they are. If there is a hot spot, if there is some very willful noncompliance, someone could get a citation.
But the city manager says citations are a last resort, as education remains a top priority, and adds that keeping Palm Springs safe is a group effort.
This kind of social sea change, if you will, requires way more than what any local government, particularly Palm Springs, could do on enforcement. This requires everyone to work together.
Olivia Sandusky, NBC Palm Springs.
Joining us now is Jose Arballo. He's the Senior Public Information Specialist for Riverside Public Health. Jose, thanks for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate it.
Yeah, good afternoon.
All right, lots to talk about. You know, I guess at some level we kind of hoped it would all just go away as we started to reopen. But what we're experiencing now at the very best can be described as an upswing, if not a full-blown surge of cases. Can you tell us what the very latest information is as far as where the county stands with COVID-19?
Sure, and you're right. It has been an upswing, an uptick, the different adjectives you can use, but a lot of this we were expecting as the economy opened and people were traveling more and they were interacting more. We did expect an upswing in cases. We also had an outbreak at our one of our state prisons out in near Blythe, and we've been having over the last few weeks a real uptick in cases at our long-term care facilities, nursing homes, things like that. So that kind of created a different combination of factors that we are seeing that we believe are causing this uptick, and that we're hoping by continuing our strong messaging of wearing the face covers, which I have here, which I normally would be wearing, but I didn't want to wear it during the interview, and also our social distancing and then the frequent washing of hands is something we think is really something that's really important to push out there.
Yeah, let's talk about the face masks. The governor sent down a thing on Friday afternoon, statewide mandate on it. Yet already 5 county sheriffs said they're not going to enforce it. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco said the first time we went through this that he wasn't going to enforce it. So to call it toothless sort of mandate, is that a fair statement?
Well, one of the things that we see in this is a cover somewhat for local businesses. The last time we had a face covering order, a lot of businesses that at that time were operating were using this as a way of getting support from the county to require that their customers and their employees do this. So what we're thinking is that the same thing, that as businesses open, they will too use the governor's order as kind of cover for requesting that their customers and employees use the face coverings so they can open up their businesses. Because I think regardless of, let's say a sheriff would or wouldn't enforce the rule, you can't have a sheriff's deputy everywhere or a police officer everywhere. So in the end, it was always going to be the community that enforced the rule, meaning businesses, customers, people who are doing this and enforcing it are the people in the community that are going to do it. And they do it by showing that it's easy to do. It is an inconvenience to some degree, but it isn't. The benefits outweigh the drawbacks.
Yeah, my concern about that is we're sort of dumping this onto shop owners and people who work in stores. There's just going to be a certain percentage of the population that refuse to believe this is even a thing. They think the whole pandemic is a hoax anyways. And now you're seeing all these confrontations with some poor guy. He's making $12, $13 an hour, and he's trying to stop somebody from coming in the store who's refusing to put on a mask. And my concern is when you have a sheriff saying, I'm not going to enforce it, it sort of gives them the courage to say, well, then I'm not going to do it, and some little punk in an apron at the front door isn't going to stop me. That's my concern with the idea that sheriffs are saying flat out they want enforcement. So what can a business owner do knowing the sheriffs are probably not going to come there to help you?
Well, but here's the thing, that, and I see what you're saying. I can see where that would be an issue. Clearly, even with a sheriff's, whoever enforcing it, whatever law enforcement entity is there, they can't be everywhere. So the employer, and employee for a customer does what they can. If a customer just refuses to do it and comes in anyway, I don't see that that's going to, you don't want to get into a situation where there's a physical altercation. What we're thinking is, and I believe this is the case, is that if you go to a grocery store now and you're seeing, I go to a different place, Bonds and Rouse here, it's very clear that they want you to wear a face covering coming in. The employees are doing it. The customers are doing it. So yeah, there may be the occasional person that decides I'm not going to do it. But I think you will be seeing as we move forward, the reality being that more and more people will do it, And a lot of it has to do more with just the social pressure of not wanting to be that person that doesn't. And plus, there are always, there are people that are going to speed. There are people that run stoplights and stop signs. And there's little you can do when there's not a police officer right there to see that happen. But I think in the end, the more people that businesses and individuals that do wear the face coverings, I think that, again, is going to put more pressure on every individual to try and do that.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's talk about the numbers and the fact that Riverside County is now on a watch list. What exactly does that mean?
Well, what that means is that the state has placed us on the engagement list. We're on there with several other counties, and the biggest part of it for us is the positivity rate of our cases, meaning we test a certain number of people every day. It's probably over 3,000 a day. And our positivity rate is higher than the state mandates, which is about 8%. Right now, our numbers are between 9 and 10%. So we're on that list, and we're going to be working. The state's going to be monitoring us. We're going to be working with them, and that it will give us an opportunity to work with them and show us what we're going to be trying to do to better our numbers. And we're hoping that by continuing to increase testing, get more asymptomatic people tested, which means it'll reduce our positivity rate, and we'll be right with the state, and we can move forward with our opening up the businesses and the economy.
Yeah. Now, I don't know anything about testing or how it works, but I know that early on it was 3 to 7 days to get results. It's gotten much better now. It's 3 to 4 days to get your results. And I found out from personal experience over the weekend that there's actually a 1-hour test that you can get, and it's used in hospital ERs and intensive care units. What is the difference between a test you can get back in an hour and a test you can't get back for 4 days?
I'm really not sure of the mechanics of that. I know that there are some capabilities that we have in emergency or critical situations where you can't get a result back real quickly. I guess what we say is, yes, we are reducing the time it takes for us to give results back on our large scale testing, which is the testing for that we do at our drive up and our walk-in locations. And I from personal experience, I can tell you I was tested on a Friday. I got my results back on a Sunday. Thank goodness it was negative. And what we try and do is give people a window of 3 to 5 to 7 days at the most. But rarely is it really that long.
Right.
And we're hoping that by giving people quicker results, it encourages them to get tested.
Sure, especially if you're not feeling well. And then finally for you, Jose, the county is going to start a little more widespread antibody testing. Tell me about that and what exactly it's going to mean.
Sure. We are working with a firm that's going to be doing the testing. So this is one of those where we did get a lot of requests, a lot of questions about antibody testing, and we're trying to do a study that will show a good result. It's got to be a random study. So the firm is picking 3,500 people to do the study. They'll be contacting them via email or by phone, and they're going to be doing the testing. It's a blood draw, more accurate than the finger prick. And the thing is that, and I know it might be frustrating for some. It's something that you can't sign up for. You get the call, and they do a quick questionnaire. And then you can come into the location, one of 9 locations in the county, and we do the testing there. Hopefully we'll get the results fairly soon, and we'll get a better idea how widespread the virus has been within the county. Because, of course, this tells you if you've had coronavirus, not that you have it now, but you've had it and you have the antibodies in your system.
Right. Jose Arballo, Senior Public Information Specialist for the County of Riverside. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back after the break.
Here's what we want everyone to do. Count all the hugs you haven't given, all the hands you haven't held, all the dinners you didn't share with friends, the trips you haven't taken. Keep track of them. Each one means one less person vulnerable, one less person exposed, and one step closer to a healthier community. So for now, keep your distance, but don't lose count. we'll have some catching up to do.
Your marketing has to change. Every headline, every image, your entire strategy. Cord Media can help. Branding, design, video, web, digital, public relations, social media, and media buying under one roof. Getting you back to business safely and profitably. Find your new normal. Cord Media. Click or call.
From the Valley Plumbing family, our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone in the community. The health and well-being of our employees, customers, and communities we serve is our primary concern, and all CDC guidelines are strictly being followed. As an essential business, Valley Plumbing is open to help you with whatever plumbing needs you may have. We have great financing options and low interest rates. For 67 years, big or small, we fix it all at the best prices.
Big or small, we fix it all at Valley Plumbing.
What a hot summer we are having. Let's check in with Paul from Comfort Air to tell us how we can deal with this heat and stay comfortable.
Thanks, Carol. In your 7-day forecast, hot, hot, and hot. So you'll want to stay cool with the new Lennox XE25. Quiet, efficient, and affordable. The Lennox XE25 can save you up to 60% on your electric bill and keep you comfortable all summer long. Back to you, Carol.
Call Comfort Air today, the Coachella Valley's official weather sponsor, and see why they're #1 for a reason.
This is where my mind opens, where I prepare for life. This great circle. Questioning, discovering, creating. At this table, we learn to lead, to nurture, to sow and reap. We search the past, celebrate the present, build the future.
Palm Valley Education. Personal and profound.
This is an NBC Palm Springs special report. Coronavirus facts, not fear. Presented by East Valley COVID-19 testing site, serving residents of eastern Coachella Valley.
California has its biggest one-day total on Saturday with 4,000 new cases. And as more businesses reopen, we've been getting a lot of questions. What happens when an employee tests positive? Riverside County public health officials say once they're notified, county experts begin contact tracing to find out who the infected person has come in contact with. But businesses will not be notified if one of their workers tests positive unless it's relevant to the investigation. So how do business owners keep up? And should infections be public information? Our Kitty Alvarado has some answers.
Unlike for measles and TB, the Riverside County Department of Public Health does not disclose businesses where employees test positive for COVID-19. Their policy is to contact individuals who were exposed.
When it does impact people at work, we would then reach out to the business and talk to the business directly.
And work with businesses.
If there are measures that would need to take place in the business.
Some businesses like Cliff House in La Quinta are being transparent with the community. They recently posted on social media one of their employees tested positive, but made it clear they did not come into work sick or were around customers. They add they take extra precautions in their everyday operations, not just to protect the public and staff, but because the owner is immunocompromised. Their customers appreciate their honesty.
It's really cool that the Cliff House did come forward and tell everybody. I think that's commendable, and I'd go back there and support them because of that.
The county says it's okay to let employees and community know about a case as long as they don't disclose personal information or try to contact people who were exposed.
We simply ask that they allow public health to take the lead in doing that disease control testing and to be very careful with patient privacy.
People we spoke with and asked on social media are mixed about the county's policy. But Dr. Abel Rodriguez says if we all stay vigilant and do our part, we will be okay.
You have no idea where it's at, and the best thing to do is just to assume it is everywhere. And that's how we're going to get it under control.
In La Quinta, Kitty Alvarado, NBC Palm Springs.
Coming up next, how to deal with face masks as temperatures climb. We'll have some tips after the break.
I run an athletic program at a youth detention facility.
It's motivating young people to make better choices in life.
Becoming a Titan will show them that anything's possible. I'm living proof that there's a way out.
It's quite emotional. The Titan Games tonight on NBC.
Special guest Eric Stonestreet drops by AGT.
Exciting!
for a head-turning, high-flying surprise.
My jaw was on this table.
Got Talent, Tuesday on NBC.
The 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians and community partners announce East Valley COVID-19 testing site summer hours. We now offer drive-up, drive-through on-site testing, Fridays from 6:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. East Valley residents who do not currently have health insurance will receive information and assistance signing up for programs. The testing site is located on Dillon Road, southwest of the Spotlight 29 Casino and Highway 86. To make an appointment, call 1-833-624-1097 or log on to borregohealth.org.
At Mercedes-Benz, nothing less than world-class service will do. That's why we're expanding your range of choices. Many dealers now offer optional pickup and delivery and at-home maintenance, as well as online shopping with home delivery and special finance arrangements. So whether you visit your local dealer or prefer the comfort of home, you can count on the very highest level of service. Get 0% APR financing up to 36 months on most models and 90-day first payment deferral on any model.
Desert Alarm is celebrating over 25 years in business, and we want to thank our Coachella Valley customers for placing their security and safety in our hands. Hello, my name is Chris Medane. Our commitment to you is to keep working tirelessly to provide you, your family, or your business with the most advanced security innovations available on the market today. Your choice for security matters. Choose the number one. Choose local. Choose Desert Alarm. Call 322-1562. Specials are going on now.
Are you or a loved one concerned you may have prostate cancer? If so, talk to us first before you undergo any biopsy or treatment procedure. Invasive or aggressive procedures may not be the most effective solution and can often lead to serious side effects like incontinence or erectile dysfunction, pain, bleeding, heart attack, or stroke. Let our experienced state-of-the-art technologies preserve your greatest quality of life.
I'm Dr. David Schreiber. Call Desert Prostate Specialist in Rancho Mirage today at 760-536-4400 to learn more about your treatment options.
This is an NBC Palm Springs special report. Coronavirus facts, not fear. Presented by East Valley COVID-19 testing site, serving residents of eastern Coachella Valley.
The summer heat is rapidly approaching, and frankly, it's already here, and it's causing new coronavirus-related issues. Dermatologists are seeing an uptick in skin conditions related to face coverings, and some people say there is a few simple steps that you can do to try to help that. Sarah Dolph has more.
Temperatures are climbing, and many are searching for relief, not just from the heat, but also the discomfort that can come with wearing a face covering. Matt Brown swapped out his N95 mask for a cotton bandana.
I thought I would give this a try and see how it's working.
Health experts say he's onto something. Breathable fabrics like cotton in lighter colors will be more comfortable in the summer, but even they can trap sweat, oil, and moisture.
Sadly, there's no perfect mask for everyone. It's more about how do you take care of your skin.
Dermatologist Dr. Adam Friedman is seeing more cases of skin irritation caused by face coverings, from rashes to discoloration to the exacerbation of pre-existing conditions. He suggests building a barrier by washing your face with a mild cleanser, applying moisturizer with sunscreen to damp skin, and repeating if you wear a mask for an extended period.
During the day, try to step into an empty room, into the bathroom, remove the mask, dampen the skin with a little water, not dripping wet, and put another thin layer of facial moisturizer on that damp skin.
If those steps don't help or the irritation is getting worse, it may be time for an appointment with a dermatologist. But don't ditch the mask.
The risk of transmitting COVID-19 certainly outweighs any local irritation or inflammation or exacerbation or primary disease, especially given we have great ways to mitigate this.
Learning to protect your skin while wearing a face covering to protect others. Sarah Dolph, NBC News.
All right, we've got more after the break. Stick around.
It was such an amazing experience being able to be there with the protesters in Palm Desert, because it's not just covering things from a distance, it's being up in all of the action, giving a voice to those who feel like they just aren't being heard right now.
No justice, no peace, no racist police.
11. Olivia, what's the latest?
I feel like that's just one of the highlights in my career so far.
NBC Palm Springs, where the reporting is the difference.
It's happening now at SASU's Palm Desert, the Welcome Back Summer Sale. Save up to 50% on all styles, colors, sizes, and widths. Limited to stock on hand, so hurry in today to SASU's Highway 111 in Fred Waring in the Waring Plaza, Palm Desert.
There's never been a better time to shop patio furniture at Mathis Brothers. Dozens of brand new patio sets have just arrived, and they're all in stock at our everyday low prices. We have entire patio sets starting at just $296. And with our 12-month no-interest financing and same-day pickup or delivery, there's no waiting. Get the furniture you need to spend more time outdoors this summer and have the staycation of your dreams with your furniture leader, Mathis Brothers.
You don't have to live with chronic pain.
I enjoy working out. I injured both my knees and my left shoulder. It was getting in the way of my working out. I visited Dr. Reinhardt, and within 2 weeks, I was back in the gym working out, pain-free.
I was in horrendous pain, called Dr. Reinhardt, got an appointment that day. He diagnosed my problem, and I left feeling like my old self again.
Call 341-2360 now for an immediate appointment. Dr. Reinhardt treats pain like an emergency. Call 341-2360 now.
Great people, unrivaled community spirit, and the Subaru Love Promise. It's why drivers who love their cars keep coming back to Palm Springs Subaru.
I love the way Palm Springs Subaru has taken care of us over the years. We've had now like 11 Subarus in our family.
We're all Foresters right now.
I love mine, man. I can fit everything in there when I go camping, when I go boarding. I think we'll always drive Subarus.
With a sunroof.
With a sunroof.
Now through June 30th, enjoy 0% APR financing for 63 months on all new 2020 Ascent, Forester, Impreza, Legacy, and Outback models at Palm Springs Subaru.
It's happening now at SASU's Palm Desert, the Welcome Back Summer Sale. Save up to 50% on all styles, colors, sizes, and widths. Limited to stock on hand, so hurry in today to SASU's Highway 111 in Fred Waring in the Waring Plaza, Palm Desert.
This is an NBC Palm Springs special report. Coronavirus facts, not fear. Presented by East Valley COVID-19 testing site, serving residents of Eastern Coachella Valley.
Well, for the entire month of June, we're going to continue to spotlight high school seniors from around the Coachella Valley who are missing out on all kinds of events because of the pandemic. So here's tonight's senior grad.
NBC Palm Springs salutes the class of 2020. Presented by Outdoor Living Concepts.
Dear class of 2020, this is not the way I imagined giving out my speech, nor the way I'm sure you imagined receiving one. I don't want to make this speech revolve around COVID-19, but I will acknowledge it. Yes, it has affected us, but we are so much more than the class that didn't get a graduation over a pandemic. What I can say is we are strong. We've learned to adapt through a rough patch despite the unknown. I wish to speak on some subjects I hope you can all take into consideration. Although our current lives are on hold, the inevitable is bound to happen. We have or will become adults, which means assuming the responsibility of one. I believe it is very important you all know you have a voice, which is a powerful thing to own because many don't have the right to one. In a few months, there will be a presidential election. It will be the first election that most of us will have the chance to participate in. I encourage all of you to please educate yourself on the matter and vote. Let's show them this land is still fruitful with the success we are bound to encounter.
Congratulations, class of 2020, from NBC Palm Springs and Outdoor Living Concepts.
All right, a little look on the brighter side when we come back.
The 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians announces the East Valley COVID-19 testing site, a partnership with the Borrego Community Health Foundation, the City of Coachella, the Desert Healthcare District, and the County of Riverside, providing easy COVID-19 testings for residents in Coachella, Thermal, and Mecca. The East Valley testing site provides testing Fridays from 6:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Call 1-833-624-1097 to make an appointment today.
Something new is here. Bigger. Safe. Better. Morongo. More restaurants. Playing it safe. New cocktail bars. More good times.
Morongo, better and safe. Good times.
Mattress Showroom is open for business and ready to help find the perfect mattress just for you. Visit any of our 4 Desert Store locations today or call one of our sleep experts and we'll gladly see you by appointment. If you prefer, we can also simply just advise you over the phone. Visit us today or call us at 760-619-5759 to get you sleeping better tonight. Spectacular 4th of July mattress specials are going on now. Save up to 70%. Wishing everybody in the Coachella Valley sweet dreams and stay safe.
I'm Dr. Ann Nicholas. If you're unhappy with your smile, have missing or failing teeth, or dentures that move around, our team of specialists offers a one-stop center for cosmetic and implant dentistry. Using the latest technology, we can give you the smile you've always wanted.
Dr. Nicholas is amazing. She and her team gave me the confidence with my new implants, and it's the best decision I have ever made.
Call 760-851-0779 now for a free consultation. It's easy and painless.
Brighter Side of the News is brought to you by Holland RV, located off the I-10 at Washington.
Blues musicians in an Italian lakeside town came up with a way to play for their fans while adhering to local social distancing measures. The groups loaded guitars, harmonicas, microphones, and amps onto 4 small boats, and they would stop periodically along the shoreline where the fans had gathered to hear them sing a few songs, and then they motored along. And I know when I think blues, I think Italy. Because, boy, those Italians, they can sing the blues. That's going to do it for us. See you back here tomorrow at 6:30.
America's Game is honoring one of America's greatest cities.
Our salute to Boston starts now.